So today we're going to look at story problems with right triangle trigonometry. I'm going to do two of them, and then the rest, you'll kind of be on your own. Up here at the top in the box, I gave you 3 steps to follow. So step 1, we want to draw a triangle, label a triangle using the information given, and then for 3, we want to solve. Okay, so this is much of the same we've been doing. They're going to be right triangles that we're dealing with. Okay, so if you wanted to, on every single one of these, you could actually start off by just drawing a right triangle. Okay, so I got my right triangle, and then we're going to be filling in missing information on this right triangle. So reading through it, you got a ladder is 500 centimeters long, leans against the building. They want to know if the angle between the ground and the ladder is 57 degrees, how far from the wall is the bottom of the ladder, round your answer to the nearest tenth. So this is where you start pulling out the information from the problem and then labeling the triangle. So you got a ladder is 500 centimeters long. Okay, so you got 500 right there, because that would be my ladder in this scenario. It's leaning against the wall, which will go up and down. They say the angle between the ground and the ladder is 57. So I got ground, ladder, 57 degrees. And then from there, they want to know how far from the wall is the bottom of the ladder. So if I'm going from bottom of wall, okay, so wall to the bottom of the ladder, looking for this side right here. Okay, so you went ahead, drew your picture, pulled out all the key pieces of information from the scenario, and then now it's just a problem we've been dealing with before. So I drew my triangle, we have to label it, okay, and then solve. So up until this point, we've been circling the angle, label our sides, so we have opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent, and then we need to solve. So using SOHCAHTOA, we have to use our problem solving skills here. I'm looking for the adjacent. They gave me the hypotenuse. Adjacent hypotenuse is going to be cosine. So we have the cosine of, can't type. All right, cosine 57 equals my adjacent side, so my question mark over 500. Solving these, remember we always bring the denominator up to the other side. So it gives me 500 cosine 57 equals what we're solving for. From there, it's all calculator. So on your calculator, you turn it on. You need to make sure you're in degree mode. So we hit mode, go down here, degree is highlighted. And then from there, you just type in, so 500 cosine 57. They want it to the what? What do they want? They want it to the nearest tenth. Okay, so if we're going to the nearest tenth of a degree, nearest tenth of a centimeter, it's going to be 272.3 centimeters. Okay, so that's the distance from the bottom of the ladder to the wall. Last one that I'm going to do anyways. Say the sides of a rectangle are 25 centimeters and 8 centimeters. They want to know what is the measure to the nearest degree of the angle formed by the short side and the diagonal of the rectangle. So let's go ahead and draw what we got going on here. You have 25. You have 8. And then you're going to have a diagonal going on here, side to side. Okay, so they want to know what is the measure to the nearest degree of the angle formed by the short side and the diagonal of the rectangle. Okay, so I went ahead, labeled it. They want short side and diagonal. So we are looking for this angle right here. This would be the short side and the diagonal. If this is too much for you, you can go ahead and redraw the picture. So you got 25, we got 8, and we are looking for this angle right here. Okay, so that would be my triangle, just taking the top half. Solving, same deal. You go ahead and label your sides. So from here, we have the opposite and adjacent, hypotenuse. We are looking for the angle. So going back to SOHCAHTOA, if they have opposite and adjacent given to us, it's going to be the tangent of theta equals my opposite over adjacent. And then remember, whenever you're solving for an angle, it's going to be -1. So we got tan -1 of 25 over 8. And then it's calculator time again. So on the calculator, second tan 25 divide 8. We're going to the nearest tenth. So it's going to be 72.3 degrees. All right, so for the rest of these, you got to follow those steps. You got to draw your picture first. So draw a triangle, label it from there, and then it's just right triangle trig, SOHCAHTOA.